This time I want to start, so to say, at the end of the road, namely with the Gestalt prayer. And I would like you to repeat after me the Gestalt prayer, and then I would like some sentences. Now the Gestalt prayer goes something like that. I am I, and you are you.
And you are you.
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations.
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations.
And you're not in this world to live up to mine.
You're not in this world to live up to mine.
I is I,
is I,
and you is you.
And you is you.
Amen. So, let's have some couples to see what they can do with this Gestalt prayer.
If you're worrying about where I am or what I'm doing.
Yeah. Now you see what happened. I gave them a task. And immediately the whole Gestalt approach is thrown out of the window. No more talking about the present experiences. No more talking about what's really happening. Instead of really communicating on the level on which they are, they start the famous mind-fucking game, which finally will end up in the blaming game. Let's try again, but at the same time, stay with the now. Always tell the other person your reaction, your thoughts, and the simplest way is to think aloud. As a matter of fact, I guarantee each one of you to become a writer within 6 weeks if they can sit down on the typewriter and write down exactly each word as they think it. It would go like this. Fritz told me I could become a writer in 6 weeks. I don't believe it. I think it's all rubbish. Now what shall I write now? I don't know. I'm stuck. Nothing comes. To hell with Fritz. You know, if you exactly and honestly, just as each word as it appears in your thinking, because thinking is nothing but sub-vocal talking. What we usually do in our so-called thinking is we rehearse, we try out, and let it go through a censor, and then let only those sentences out as they are required to manipulate the other person. We usually produce sentences to hypnotize the other person, to persuade, to deceive, to convince. Very seldom do we speak in order to express ourselves and bring ourselves forward. The result is that all those encounters between human beings usually are sterile. Usually either mind-fucking or manipulation. So try again on this basis, on the basis of the expectation thing, but at the same time I experience now this, and so on. And don't rehearse, just bring out the therapy situation is a safe emergency situation. You can try out all kinds of things and realize that the world doesn't fall to pieces if you get angry or if you're honest. And then you go out into the world and you might get some more confidence to do a little bit more honest being in the world. And you see that people will appreciate honesty much more than you expect them to. Sure, many people will be offended and peeved, but those are mostly the people who are not worthwhile cultivating as friends. Another most important non-verbal expression is the mask a person is wearing. Now you notice, she is grimacing all the time, and he's always wearing the serious professor face. And every interpretation, of course, is an interference. You tell the other person what they think, what they feel. They don't let them discover themselves. A sentence which I would like you to use, those are two, let's call it gimmicks for the time being. Two gimmicks I would like you to introduce here. One is, be very honest with where you stand. Like, I'm stuck, I don't know what to say now. You embarrass me. It's very simple if you're aware of yourself, then just to make that statement that immediately produces some kind of reaction communication. The other is to translate the famous projection screen it into I or you. It takes all the responsibility. Okay, let's take the next couple. Who was number 2? So we are probably here in an impasse. In the impasse, you get confused, dumb, go on a merry-go-round, repeating the whole thing all over, try to get out of it, but you're stuck. And the two really seem to be stuck with their expectations. Once they have established the script, this goes on for ever and ever and ever if you don't get through the impasse. And this is, let's call it my pride. I think we should start therapy for the first time that we're capable of going through the impasse. If you don't get through the impasse, all you're interested in is to keep the status quo. Whether in therapy, whether you're in a conflict, whether in your marriage, all you achieve is retain the status quo. At best, change therapists, change marriage partners, change the nature of the inner conflicts. But the nature of this being torn apart remains. The life script remains unchanged, so the actors might replace each other. Thank you.